All right, let's take a look at 3G, the factoring review. I've got this binomial here, 7x squared minus 5, okay, and it shows up twice there. So I'm gonna introduce a variable here. Let's call it a, and I'm gonna let a be 7x squared minus 5, okay? So that I can do the substitution here to make this a squared minus 4a plus 4. And now I'm going to factor this right here. And I'm looking for two terms whose product is 4a squared and whose sum is negative 4a. And I mean, you think about the factors of 4, I think for most of us, the only options that we would come up with here would be negative 2. So this would be like negative 2a, negative 2a. So I'll put my binomial, the bracket or the binomials there. Remember that those two values that I found, they do not necessarily represent terms in the those binomials. They represent the outer and the inner products. Negative 2a, negative 2a. So now, the first two terms of both of those binomials, when you multiply them together, you're going to get a and a to get a squared. The outer two have a product of negative 2a. Well, there's my a. So back here, this has got to be minus 2. The inside two have to have a product of negative 2a. So there's my a. So this has got to be negative 2. So a minus 2 times a minus 2. Now I'm going to erase that little bit of those little tools that I used to help me out here. And I'm going to replace the a with the 7x squared minus 5 here. So this is going to become 7x squared minus 5 minus 2. Okay, so this is my a, there's my minus 2. And then 7x squared minus 5, and again minus 2, because the binomial here is exactly the same. And so this becomes 7x squared minus 9, and I might as well at this point put minus 9. Sorry, I was anticipating something different there. Minus 7, okay, times 7x squared minus 7. And actually I was going to square it, but I think it'd be smarter for me at this point to pull that out. And leave those separate here. Now, notice that each one of these things, okay, each of them has a common factor of 7 in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is with each of these, I'm going to pull out a factor of 7, x squared minus 1, 7x, whoops, that's right, I wanted to put that 7 back in there, 7x squared minus 1. Okay, well, this is just getting nasty here. The two 7s will multiply together to get 49. Okay? But the x squared minus 1 is a difference of squares, and the x squared minus 1 here is a difference of squares. And so this is going to end up becoming x minus 1, x plus 1, and both of those are going to end up being squared because I do that twice. So x minus 1, x plus 1 here, x minus 1, x plus 1 here to get 2x minus 1 and 2x plus 1s. And so there it goes, 49 times x minus 1 squared times x plus 1 squared.